Hello to all my YouTube followers. Today we have the new ARRMA Typhoon or Typhon or whatever you want to call it. Now, this is the new version 4, 70 miles an hour. But there is a trick to that. I'm gonna show and explain, and please stay tuned entire the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video so I can make more for you guys. Now let's unbox this, and I want to show you couple things that what they did. It's a little bit tricky, and you can do that with your old Typhoon to convert it to this for a minimal amount of money. You do not need to buy this car. Let's open it up. Okay, let's pull the car out. There's the remote. We're gonna go over it in a second. We need this away. You need this little bag that they give you. And let's go over the remote real quick. This is the remote that you get in with it. Nothing special about it. This is a Spectrum remote. Before it used to be a Tactic remote. You guys have over here 50%, 75%, 100% speed. You just pick up whatever you want. Also, you have the trim. You have the throttle trim that you never use on electric car, almost never. You have the trim for your steering, left and right. It's going to do a little bit of alignment, forward, brake, reverse, normal thing on an RC car, and servo reverse if you go left to change it to right, left to left, depend what you're doing. 4 AA batteries, still Spectrum remote, very basic. Let's move it away. We're done with this. Waste of time. Now, when you look at the car itself, beautiful body, nice execution on the body, but right here there is a hole in the body for antenna. Who do that anymore? This is done. Nobody do those antennas anymore. I don't know why they did that. They could have moved this over here to be in the highest part of the car, and you should not have a hole in the body. That will cause problem when you crash. This will go backwards, will crack the body. Should not have been here. When you look overall the car, right away I could notice couple things that's very interesting. The wheels. Those wheels are the same wheels that came on the Italian. At least they look like that. I don't have Italian at the shop right now to open the box and look. I think that those are a little bit more narrow than the Italian, but it's the same style with this kind of turbine style vents over here, or turbofan or whatever they want to call it. They feel very soft, much better than what used to be here in the past, but if you're gonna go fast with it, you're gonna put speed run tires anyway, so it's not really count. You look over the car, very nice. I'm gonna remove the body to show how the body looks. This is the new body, very nice graphic. They added the vent hole in it. Version 3 and version 4 have those holes for ventilation. They do not have it in the previous versions, 1 and 2. So this is pretty cool, very cool design. I think this flat kind of color on it look awesome. Now put it aside. Look at the car itself, the buggy. I call it a car because it's an RC car, but it's a buggy. To start with, let's turn it over here. You have the slide-in motor mount. You have 2 screws over here. The motor mount can slide out. It will be very easy when you want to change your pinion gear, and I will go there in a second. You have 4 bolts on the top of the differential, so you can open it up and reach into the differential and change those plastic gears easily. The same motor as the previous vehicle. It's still 185 amp ESC. It's not a 200. And then one thing that they should have done, but they didn't, those servo mount, those things sucks. Why I say that this way? Because when you put torque on it, the entire servo mount move, and it's actually kind of, after you use it a couple times, you're going to see that it's become to be very loose. On this new model, they added over here the servo saver, supposed to be a little bit better. They had a couple O-rings. Overall, if you compare this to the older version, it's almost the same vehicle. They did not do a lot. They did change right now here those connector. They are IC5. They're not EC5, they are IC5, but it's worked together with the EC5 as well. It's exactly the same plug. It used to be XT90. I don't know why did they change it. Kind of have no sense, but they did. Let's put those aside, shove them right here so it's not hiding anything. Now, couple things that I want to address. First of all, if you look at all the other vehicle, and I did a video comparing the Kraton version 3 versus version 4, they added a nice support bar. Since this body is shorter, there was no need for it at all. But it could be nice if they did something instead of it and change those two plastic pieces over here, the support to the aluminum, like most people do that with hot racing parts. On this one, it's kind of, you're gonna have to do it yourself. I still think that it should have been on this vehicle, since you're paying for it. They upped the price, kind of like in almost like $80 on this vehicle. So, you know, depend $50 to $80, depend where you get them. So they should have done that. This is not justified that just for the motor sliding motor mount. Now, the other thing, they claim that this vehicle is 70 miles an hour vehicle. Let's pull this out real quick. Pinion gear, 22 tooths. Before, in those vehicles, I think that you got like a 20 or a 19. I don't really remember. I need to check. This is a 22. So this is the same gear that they gave you for the Italian. They're doing 70 miles an hour with the same motor, the same ESC, the same set of 3S battery that you're going to put inside. So if you have the older version vehicle, and I have the version 3, I'm going to do the experiment. I'm just going to put one of those gears on, and I'm sure that it's going to do 70 miles an hour without changing anything. So this is just the gear. This is nothing else. The motor is the same motor. This is the same BLX motor. This one is, let's see, yeah, it's a 2050 kV motor. It's exactly the same motor. This is what make it run faster. Those wheels, what make it run a little bit faster. Other than that, when you flip the car, the same aluminum chassis, the same arm, everything look exactly the same bearing on the wheels. You know, it's kind of very solid car. The same shock towers. Those are kind of like punched metal aluminum shock towers. I think that they should have made those a little bit nicer, but overall, when you look at this car, they changed the body, they changed the remote, and they give you a sliding motor mount. That's it. I see a lot of people writing on the Facebook, there is a speed run for the Typhoon, and there is ARRMA Speed Club and couple other forums, and they wrote, oh, I'm gonna sell my car and buy this. You do not need to do that. You guys have to stop with that. Look what they did on the car. Same motor, same ESC, same servo, the same everything. They just giving you different remote. There's no difference between this one and the Tactic. The same thing with this gear. This is what make it go faster, nothing else. Now, let me get into it for a second. Please pay attention, okay? The gears that right now here inside, the smaller gear, this thing designed for you to go and bash and to go on jump and to go on dirt and do whatever crazy stuff you want to do with this vehicle without putting too much stress on the electric motor and the ESC. While you're going to change it to the 22, this is for more speed, only on flat surface. This is not to run with your jumps or anything else. You're going to destroy your motor and ESC setup. It's going to get overheated and you're going to cook it completely. So you can do the speed run with it, but you don't want to go and do jump and go on ramp or go in any of the racing track. This is definitely not the way to do that. That being said, if you're doing speed run, put this, go on a good asphalt. This car gonna launch 70 miles an hour. Overall, it's a nice little buggy. I'm gonna put the body back on top of it just so you guys can see it. I hope that I haven't missed anything. If I did, I'm sorry. You know, you can cry about it a little bit on the text below and tell me what I forgot. I think it's a very cool car still. I think that the fact that they change all the car and try to make them a little bit better and listen to the customer, it's very good. But at the same time, for example, right now to close the body back, I have a little bit hard time finding where the antenna is. That's it, in order to put it in, and I don't really understand it. They could have gone with a Spectrum remote that have receiver. They don't have antenna on it. A lot of receiver have those right now, and it will save a lot of trouble to deal with this. Overall, very nice car. I don't like when company up the price, even though when they do an upgrade, it should have been like the customer option if they want to buy the cheaper one and upgrade themselves. I know a lot of people was complaining that they want the slide-in motor mount to make it easier. I don't think that you need to pay so much more for it. But again, this is the car. This is the new version 4 ARRMA Typhoon. Now it's Horizon Hobby, it's no longer Hobbyco. And it's come with the Spectrum remote. Now it's available also in our shop, MotoStyles shop in Granada Hills. We have them actually on a special deal. We sell it cheaper than what you see actually other places, but you have to come to the shop, 17540 Chatsworth Street. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share the video. More you share it, more subscriber we get. We give more free stuff, and we just give very cool free item. Look it up on our channel, see what some kids got from us. See you on my next video. This is Eric, MotoStyles out. Bye.